Be rolling in a second. Okay, so welcome back everybody. You're watching the Premier League Season 3. My name is Triumph. I will be casting game number 2 between Zero and Virtus.Pro. Now, Virtus.Pro have replaced their Navi stand-ins with their actual lineup. Here we see Airman and Triple X have arrived at last. And currently Zero, well, they hold a 1-0 lead here, managing to win with another big, nasty Sven pick there, as well as a Magnus. Well, the Magnus is somewhat unconventional, doesn't get picked up all that much, but Sven definitely has been very popular lately, and we saw mass negative armor on Virtus.Pro's lineup was not enough to overcome them. I think it's possible their reliance on their physical attacks kind of messed them up when we saw so many heroes carrying those Ghost Scepters. Very annoying stuff for them indeed. We see Magnus banned out by Virtus.Pro this time. They did not appreciate him at all. Also, we have the Dirge banned out by Zero, as well as a Wisp being first banned by Virtus.Pro once again. We'll see what the last ban here is for Zero. Now, I'm just wondering, now, this time around, Virtus.Pro had the first pick. So, we'll see if they go for this ban instead, but it definitely has become quite popular, even more so than the Chaos Knight and Tiny, which, I mean, we dial this back 3 weeks, and we were seeing Chaos Knight and Tiny almost every single damn game. They were that popular in the Premier League. However, this time around, we actually have a Bat Rider being picked up first by Virtus.Pro. I was about to see Bat, Templar Assassin, and Shikiro, 3 heroes that are commonly banned as well. All 3 of them in the pool, but it looks like Rubik is the ban of choice from Zero. Once again, they knock out that Rubik. We'll see if Jikiro actually makes it through this time around. He was actually banned in the second series, I believe, by Virtus.Pro this time around instead. We'll see if he actually makes it through this time. The double pick here for Zero. If they want that Sven pick again, it is available. Although that said, Virtus.Pro have got a good superior magic disable, which is actually something they did lack last match. Even though Virtus.Pro were BKBing it up, Zero did have 2 superior magic stuns in the form of Magnus' stun, as well as they also had that Flaming Lasso, of course. Bat Rider with that blink, the Firefly had so much vision and ability, was jumping all over trees, just finding targets and dragging them away to be focused down. Even with the Shadow Demon, trying to save lives with the disruption, it was not always successful. Now we have Keeper Light being picked up along with the Bounty Hunter there by Zero. Looks like they're going for something fairly aggressive here. Of course, Keeper Light is a fairly aggressive hero. Really annoying to try and push against as well. You try and get stuck in, it starts firing Illuminates at you. And even if he doesn't hit heroes and completely and utterly maim them, at the very least he will keep the creep wave away from the tower. And now the double pick here for Virtus.Pro. We'll see if they've got something else up their sleeve. This is a best of 3 series, Taylanga. This is game number 2 in a best.
Reserve time.
We have Darkseer picked up. Now Darkseer, of course, was we go back to the international short of Lycan. I believe Darkseer was the most banned hero short of Lycan, but Sven and Darkseer being picked up by Virtus.Pro and the Bat Rider. This lineup is looking a little familiar. In fact, it's pretty much the first 3 picks that Zero had. Although they're going to have to change things up a little bit. Obviously, the Magnus being banned out instead by Virtus.Pro. Night Stalker is the counter pick here from Zero. We'll see if they can make it work. Now, of course, this is sort of an IG lineup here. The Bounty Hunter and the Night Stalker. We'll see if the Western teams can make it work. I haven't really personally seen a Western team make it work all that well. But, of course, in the hands of some of the Chinese teams, it is a very, very fearsome combination, of course. Night Stalker becomes ridiculously speedy when you start feeding him track targets. And, of course, once he starts rolling the money as well, he tends to get out of control quite quickly. That said, though, doesn't have the same steroid capabilities of the Sven. So if it comes to a late game fight, again, the Sven is just going to be probably a little bit too much for NS to handle. Although when I say NS, I should probably just say Night Stalker, because of course we do have an NS on the Dire team, on the Radiant team here in the form of the captain, or the banner here. So you see Tiny banned out though. I'm just wondering if the Disruptor will get banned out, because NS is actually well known for its Disruptor, and people do. There we go, it is banned out indeed. I was going to say people do hate playing against that quite a lot, because of the glimpses he makes can be quite frustrating, as well as his glimpses and his teleconnect walls are extremely painful. Has a lot of good timing and sense with them. But the 4th ban here from Virtus.Pro. Now I'm looking at Zero's lineup at the moment. They could do with another support there, or some kind of jungler. As well as, it depends where they're throwing this Night Stalker. I mean, they could be trying for some kind of offensive lane with the Night Stalker, but I kind of want to see him take that mid lane. Although, that said, against the Bat Rider, that could be a very rough call. And we also will see the Pudge banned out as well. I just want to see if we could even see, we might even see some kind of offensive setup here from the Night Stalker. some kind of offensive tri-lane here, especially with Keeper Light. They're the slow Keeper Light with the mana there. Queen of Pain being banned up, although that said, they could even open up with a Templar Assassin in the solo mid, but that would be a pretty rough job against that Bat Rider. Just about anything that doesn't have a decent range of them generally struggles at staying in the lane against Bat Rider. Should mention this time around though, Darkseer, no not Darkseer, Jakiro is still available, has managed to slip through the ban so far, so we might be seeing him picked up as a support, which speaking of which, Virtus.Pro are looking for their 2 supports, which we might be seeing getting banned out by Zero. In fact, they might even just be going for 1 support. They were worried about the Queen of Pain being picked up, Queen of Pain being banned out there. Could have definitely soloed the Queen of Pain, jungled the Bat Rider, and suicided the Darkseer, or vice versa with Darkseer and Bat Rider. Obviously, both of them can take either role there in the suicide or the jungle position there. Now we have the final ban there. Leshrac definitely could have worked quite nicely with Zero's life. They might even be throwing, I mean, they could even throw in something like Lina. If they're going for the offense, trying to keep it light, Lina and Nightstalker would work quite nicely as well. Would also give them a bit more punch at a range as well. Lina, of course, if they're trying to jack, if the enemy team tries to pull against them, they can always just jump in there and jack the creep over with long range barrage. Barrages from the Dragon Slave as well as the Illuminate. Now the 4th pick for Virtus.Pro. Should mention the final ban there being Chen. Looks like Zero were a little afraid of Chen jumping out and giving them some grief, but as it stands, they have left the Enchantress on board. Maybe they're up to something there. We'll see in a moment.
Reserve time.
Now the 4th pick here for Virtus.Pro. They're still looking for supports. I think Twin-Headed Dragon is probably likely on the list of things to get. But they go for the Venomancer instead, which, you know what, that actually makes sense. They're up against a gank-oriented lineup. Being able to throw out Plague Wards everywhere to watch their backside against the Nightstalker is definitely not a bad idea at all. Shadow Shaman, the next pick there from Zero. Plenty of gank potential for him, as well as teamfight and, more importantly, push potential there as well. Does give him the ability to quickly knock down towers and throw down those Serpent Wards. Will end up being a bit of a ward battle there between the Venomancer and the Shadow Shaman. Final pick though for Virtus.Pro. We'll see if they're going for a second. We'll see if they're going for a second support here. If they might pick up a jungler instead, always a possibility. And there we go. It will be Enigma, Black Hole, as well as Vacuum. That's going to be some mean stuff. And they've got a couple of good superior magic stuns here, in the form of the Black Hole as well as the Lasso. I'm just wondering if we'll see anything. One of Zero, last choice here. They've got their supports probably sorted out. The Suicide Lane, the form of Bounty Hunter set. And the question is, are they going? Are they going for the Solar Midnight Stalker, or are they going for some kind of offensive lane? We'll see in a moment. I get the feeling this may be the offensive trialing business. Or defensive. I mean, they could be planning on a jungler and just keep it alight, backing up, keep it alight, possibly backing up the Night Stalker while Shadow Shaman pulls. And they take a solo mid in the form of, well, there are plenty of solo mids still available on the board. I mean, Templar Assassin is still there, even if they want to run her against Bat Rider. It's a bit of a struggle, but as we saw, she can still do some decent damage against Bat, as long as she gets given a little bit of farm in the mid game, and somebody else takes over, which of course Night Stalker is quite capable of taking over on the ganking job during about the 15-20 minute mark or so, and causing a lot of trouble.
Faceless Void.
And the final pick will be Faceless Void. Okay, so no Night Stalker mid, defensive tri-lane, Suicide Solo there with Pass planning the Bounty Hunter, and then Shadow Shaman probably going to be... Shadow Shaman I think will focus on the pulling, and actually no, Kuroki will focus on the pulling because he's playing Keeper of the Light, and Shadow Shaman being played by Alex is the primary support player for that team. He will be doing most of the babysitting for Void there. Anyway, let's switch over, get rid of that overlay. I have remembered it once again. 2 for 2. God, I'm amazing, not. Alright, better than yesterday anyway. Let's bring this up. Okay, so on the Radiant side, playing for Virtus.Pro, we have NS on Enigma, KSI playing Venomancer, Airman playing the Sven, Santa playing Darkseer, and Triple X playing the Bat Rider. And on the Dire side, playing for Zero, we have Pass playing the Bounty Hunter, taking that Suicide Run now. We have Alex playing the Shadow Shaman, naturally, Black on the Faceless Void, no shocks there, Fata playing Night Stalker, and Kuroki playing Keeper of the Light. Kuroki is actually, it looks like Kuroki might be heading to the bottom. I think he might be heading down there just to ward in second. Faceless Void, I think this is going to come down to how fast can Faceless Void farm, because they are going to watch out for a mid game push. If this goes late game, I really, even with massive amounts of armor, I really don't know if Sven can carry it, just because it's not going to be so much the armor and the sheer damage that's going to be kicking out. It's going to be Sven is going to find trouble getting these attacks in between the big stun from the Chronosphere, as well as just the flat out the bashes are just frustrating for Sven to have to deal with. So we'll see what they've got up their sleeve, but I don't think they're really going to be able to do much I don't think Virtus.Pro are going to be able to do much if this goes late game and Black gets farmed. And I mean, it's a rare game for Black not to get farmed. Black generally picks up a lot of cash. He's definitely good at that farming business. Now Sandit will be taking that suicide lane, no surprises as the Darkseer, and then we go solo mid is the Batrider up against the Night Stalker Fatter. Not really going to enjoy this one all too much. Batrider is definitely a huge pain in the ass when it comes to 1v1 mid for melee heroes. One hero would come out today, maybe Medusa. I think that was Cyborg Max's last prediction, although obviously he's often wrong, but we'll see. NS, of course, for Clarity says he's going to be jungling, pulling that sort of business. He's going to be careful though, he doesn't take too much damage if he's trying to cycle there for the Eidolons. Obviously, Pass can duck in the jungle around about level 3 and cause some trouble. Kirky will be doing the pulling as well as just generally farming that jungle, trying to get up that early mech as well. Possibly might even see, I mean, in this case they could even do with that pipe. Pass now getting harassed straight away, has actually opened up, interestingly enough, opening up with the Poison Sting. Often we see Gale first just for its potential gank capabilities, but I think in this case he said, you know what, well, we're not bringing out any counter. Actually no, he does have counter wards. Maybe a misclick. I mean, usually they open with Gale just for the ganking potential. But he has actually opened up with Sting, which of course is really annoying when it comes to harassment. KSI having a look, having a scout about there, finds nothing, and Pass now. Might be planning to sit in here in a second, we'll see. No, he's just going to chill there instead, never mind. More mid lane, obviously. Going to be a frustrating time here for his turn rate. So slow. And he's down to using Void here to last hit. That's about all he can do. But of course, with Sticky Napalm being spammed at him, is definitely possible. And we see Santa now blocking the pull there. Just body blocking it. Bounty Hunter doing what he can. Cricket just going to drill down this creep wave there. Just going to keep spamming Illuminate until he brings it down. Keep stacking it as well. Batrider though, going for a fast spot. It looks like it's already being sent out now. We see Night Stalker getting close to his as well. Of course, he did start off with the Magic Wand just to help himself out against the Batrider and did correctly deduce the 1v1 with Bat in mid. And yes, Tailanga, after over the last couple of weeks, Sven has been getting picked up left, right, and center. People have been loving this guy. See Void though, going to be picking off those creeps nice and easy. Has opened up with the Quelling Blade, of course. And Santa again blocking that pull, just using it to body block him. Has got a surge up and running. Needs it as possible. Oh, they've found Bounty Hunter. They figured out where he's been hiding. The stun goes out. They're going to hit past there as KSI still in level 1. Unfortunately, doesn't have a Gale available. And we'll have to settle with some damage being dealt there to the Bounty Hunter and force him to jump back. There is going to hit that potion up. A bit more Void though. Going to find some annoyances here trying to last hit just because of that Ion Shell. You can see they're copying damage against that, and backtrack is not going to help him out all that much. And there we go. Fowler still CSing there with his Void. Is he going to drop something? What's he dropping? He's dropped it. Yep, he's dropped a GG branch there. And he's picked up that bottle. He's going to try and race the bat to the wards, to the runes. Minute 1 has already been taken. I think that's probably got it. In fact, already used it most likely. Now the swing around, going to try and set up some kind of pressure here on Santa. Just going to harass him. In fact, Alex not wanting to waste his mana. Still only level 1 at the moment, so he's going to harass him there. Can't get too close though. Unfortunately, if he pops an Iron Shell, Alex is going to take a lot of damage there. You see Void still struggling to deal with this level 2 Iron Shell, taking a lot of damage from that. Not a lot he can do about it right now. Magic Wand being picked up now. Passo, level 3, has actually managed to level a little bit. NS not copying any damage from the jungle here. Just going to... Actually not sure what he was planning to... Okay, throws out a stun there on the creep. I think that was probably a misclick. I can't really see much reason to do that. Now Pass gets lit up there by the dust as well. Pass now in some trouble. Now they don't have any mana here for the convergence, but he should have enough for the stun in a second, although we'll just bring him down anyway with the auto attacks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Enigma meant to convert that creep, not actually hit it with a level 2 Malefice. Fata now picking up a haste rune as well, finding that with a bottle. See, Kuruki though still nuking his way through these creep waves. Taking a fair bit of damage from them though. He's got another one up his sleeve in a second. Yeah, there we go, Chakra, and here we go, another Illuminate. Should take out most of these there. It's going to be level 5 fairly soon. Meanwhile, Pass backing off again, playing this very safe indeed. Fata also still with that haste rune, hasn't decided to do anything with it just yet. See NSO going to cop a bit of damage there from the neutral creep. The pull happening from KSI, going to drag it up there and clean up this creep wave. It's going to deny Pass experience, though it makes a run in on mid. There's the lasso there, dragging Fata out of position. Fata though, getting hit by that sticky napalm, is going to back up there. Haste rune to the rescue. Also has a health potion as well as a full bottle to work with. Batrider though being sent back to base, but no big deal for him. He can just teleport out and set up a gank in a moment, although Lasso has had to be burned. It was a nice attempt there, got pretty close as well, but in the end couldn't quite seal the deal. Little Santa just being somewhat annoying there in the jungle, as it looks like actually Black is be careful, gets a stun off there though, but it's not going to be enough. Alex unfortunately rather slow, unable to get towards this, although he needs to. I think he's going to regret this though, as we see he has to throw down his ult here to try and stop this. Alex now has got a shackles coming, going to throw that down as well, but he doesn't have, or he might have the damage here on the lightning zap there, although it's not enough there. Ether Shock decides not to gun for it. Ether Shock 200 damage, probably not. No, it wouldn't have been enough. Night Stalker though finds himself a double damage rune. Pass again being chased off from the room by NS there. And I think they're looking for a Batrider again. No, Fanta headed top now. Wingless Night Stalker is still a thing, as Santa has healed up with a health potion there. Now Alex moving in, he's got shackles up there, going to try and bring him down. Surge is going to be up in a second. There's a silence though. Surge's not going to be able to do him anything. Double damage should do the rest of the trick. And there we go. A kill there, a revenge kill there for Fata. They pick up a counter kill there. Of course, Pass giving away the first blood in the bottom lane. Teleport mid, here we go. The slow going to come out. Can he get a silence down as well in time? The uphill though, we've got a black hole. No, it's still only level 5, doesn't have a black hole. Last two coming up though, gets the silence down. Illuminate coming through as well. The slow, the Illuminate goes through, does a fair amount of damage. Double damage rune to stop, but he decides not to dive in. I think he's wary that Enigma doesn't realize Enigma's only level 5. Decides not to gun for it. Is Anti-Mage no longer popular? Well, I haven't seen him in about a month, so yeah, probably not that popular anymore.
Denied.
Honestly, as hard carries go, like hard right-click agility carries go, I think Void is more popular than Anti-Mage right now, just because of his teamfight capabilities. See, Pass again, has picked a poor man shield, still only level 4 at the moment. Let's bring up the gold chart though, is definitely favouring the rating. I think it's most just because they've got a more efficient jungler, more than anything else, as well as the fact that their suicide lane is actually picking up some cash, obviously with the Iron Shell. So they have a 2k lead there. Experience wise also around about a 1500 experience lead as well. Void chilling out the top line there, has picked himself up a ring of health there. Now Fata, still nighttime here, has picked up, what's Fata doing? Only one kill so far, probably wants to go for another one fairly soon. Just keep putting that pressure on, make everybody scared of the Void. Actually going to go for Sandy here, the Shackle as well, should be able to finish him, yes they do. As they will feed that kill there to Black. And he has actually also picked up his power treads there. Meanwhile the Pass not dying as much, but also not being able to pick up any farm either. So we see Fata still farming there with that Void. Hero Hex up in the top lane. Now it looks like Batrider getting caught out. However, Alex is sitting inside a Firefly. Illuminate coming through there, doing not too much damage there to Batrider. Also healing up there with the bottle. The Night Stalker coming with the port up here. Darkseer is going to show up to the party. There's that flame break there. They're going to try and slide, and the Void gets tossed in, but the Surge should be able to make him escape there, or maybe not. Looks like Battery's going to try and give chase. Gets slowed a little bit there by that body block, and he is going to divert there. Decides to teleport out instead. Gets hit by the flame break. Unfortunately, if he'd gone for the Batrider, might have been able to finish him off there with a final Void, but in the end, it does get brought down. Not the result he wants at night time at all. And Sven has been given plenty of free fire. Sven actually picking up a Helm of Iron Will. We could actually be seeing an armlet Sven. We'll see what they go for with this then. Sven's going to do a little bit of harassment there. Sven quite happy to give him a Stormbolt to the face for his troubles. Kuruki though farming what he can there. Shadow Shaman though, almost level 6. Throw up some wards there on the high ground. See Fatter now returning to the mid lane. Has still got a bit of nighttime of sleep, still hasn't picked up his ult just yet. I mean, he could even gun, if he can find some smoke heading to the jungle, he could quite easily pick off this Enigma. It's definitely falling very low. Bounty Hunter, unfortunately, out of mana. He's going to need to go back to base. Kuruki. He's picked up his Tranquil Boots as well. And boy, having a bit of a fight up in the top lane there as Void jumps over the top, throws down his ult there, doesn't catch Alex. Good work. There's an Ether Shock, and the damage should be enough to finish off Sander, as they will indeed bring him down there, as it looks like Venomancer ported top to try and help out. Was a little bit too slow to arrive, as the Venomancer is doing the Plague Wards build now. Batrider all smoked up here, 1600 gold in the bank, in close there to his Blink Dagger most likely. He's giving chase, should be able to find Alex once again. Unfortunately, about to get picked off here. A Flame Break going to knock him sideways, doesn't quite knock him backwards, and Alex actually will manage to escape there as Batrider decides to back off. Venomancer heading down to the top rune. So you can see what's going on though. They do have these Plague Wards up, so they have a good idea of what's going on. Batrider now Fireflying up as well. Well, pass coming back down the bottom lane. Night Stalker's looking for a target near an angle to gank. Gets spotted up again by these Plague Wards. Annoying stuff indeed. What happens to NS Wings? During his first night, his wings disappear. Nobody knows why. It's a bug. And, yeah, he doesn't get them back. Pass now, finding a little bit of an opening farm. Sven, though, he's just brought something up. What's on the way here? And there we go. There's that armlet on its way out right now. Triple X now. 1700 in the bank. Another Illuminate coming through. They're going to harass him just a little bit. Or not, just going to actually miss him. Triple X manages to dodge that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Sven still farming. There's his armlet being delivered right now. Bounty Hunter has to watch out. Sven could actually do some serious amounts of damage with that armlet as well as God's Strength. We'll see how that works out for him though, whether or not it is the new Sven build. But definitely Sven builds so far have mostly been Mask Commanders, BKB, and then, generally speaking, Assault or something else along those lines. Or a Crystallis either. Actually no, Crystallis in a Daedalus has been the most common one after the BKB and Mask Commanders, going for those huge crit cleaves. See again, another shackle there on Sander. Now Void jumping over the top, throws down his ult once again. Can they get 3 in a row? Although Black actually going to take a lot of damage here from the Iron Shell. Possibly going to rig out this. Gets their Hex down. He pops back up, gets a kill. Black feeling rather silly, I bet. And Sander now going to surge away to safety. He's laughing at Black there. I don't know what Black was thinking with that. Now we've got the push on bottom lane. Sven now hulking up there with his ultimate. Going to be able to bring this down. Getting the last hit in there as well. Just see the Illuminate come through, but not do that much. On the mids, we see the stuns there being stacked on Fatter, stuck inside the Firefly. It is still nighttime. Black hole though to finish him. And the killing spree there for Batrider. Now they're going to go for the mid tower as well, popping out the Eidolons with the conversion on top of that. Should be able to get this mid tower fairly easily. There we go. Enigma going to take the last hit there. Meanwhile, pressure is still being put on this bottom lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
5 and 3 at the moment, definitely not over by any means. A couple of good kills there for the Radiant side. Should mention that the Radiant continue to ramp up the gold lead. 5k gold lead, experience wise as well, 5k lead there. It's all going to come down to, can this Void get fat? It looks like Void is probably building towards a Battle Fury first, I think. Triple X now has got his Blink Dagger, so he's going to jump anybody he feels like. Now, of course, it is daytime now. Nightstalker has picked his ults on cooldown, though. Has also finished up an Urn of Shadows. Santa, though, has opted to pick up a Vitality Booster. Could go for a mech even, although I get the feeling that we might be saying, yeah, Enigma's already finished the mech actually. He could go and pick up the Pipe for his team instead. If he's not building the full Vanguards, he could just leave it at the Vitality Booster there, and then not bother with the Ring of Health. We'll see where he goes with it now. NS heading top lane there, although possibly going to walk into Keeper Light, and Keeper should see them there. And he's actually charging up an Illuminate right now. The Hex go down there on NS, just throws down the Serpent Wars as well, but doesn't find the Shackle in time. Illuminate not even close, and a big waste of his ult there as Batrider managed to lasso up the Void, knocking him down as he's going to time walk away though. Leap over the top. Malefice still doing a fair amount of damage, and another Illuminate being charged up as well, being sent out there. Not going to do a whole lot, and Black though, the main thing is, will escape. First team mid tower for the Dire team also being drilled in there. Sven helping get rid of that while they were busy up in the jungle. Meanwhile, the first tier top tower also in a lot of trouble. The push is on once again.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Illuminate's being tossed out, doing a lot of damage at the same time. They might actually get this mech being popped though by the Rain team. Darkseer throws down a wall. Vader walks right through it. Actually going to move in here, throws down a Void there as well. Actually deciding not to press in though, as it looks like they are picking off somebody here. It's Airman. They're going to try and get rid of the Sven there. The Illuminate comes through there now. Sven gets hit by the old Volt though from Void, as it looks like they're going to cut them off from a few heroes, though they can't quite get around. The Bash gets popped out there, as we have a Hex up his sleeve. There we go, there's a Hex. Janata Strike, and there's a track kill. This is exactly what Zero need to get them back on track. Couple of track kills, exactly what they want. Now Bounty Hunter has track. Things are definitely going to help out. I'll get a lot better for them. Now that they can start putting that pressure on with Night Stalker as well as the Bounty Hunter. Probably around about the 18-minute mark or so, they're going to get ready to start putting a lot of pressure on with these two gankers, and we'll see exactly how scared Virtus.Pro get. See a leap forward though. They get the bash down on top of KSI. KSI so unlucky. First hit was a bash. Not much you can do about that.
Fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See Void though, 1700 in the bank. Going to pick off this first tier tower fairly easily. As it looks like they're going to snipe the Courier though. Batrider finds the Courier, blinks on top of it, cleans it up. Serpent Wars get tossed down here. They're looking for a black hole. Catches only one hero. Shuriken cancels it. A vacuum back though. They pick off Alex's Shadow Shaman there. Alastu now down on top of Void. They should be able to take him out. No, that's Night Stalker actually. My mistake. Void has actually already managed to disengage, dropping back to safety. Night Stalker lost, not a huge deal. Come up in the next minute or so, he's going to put on a lot of pressure during that night time. Mech being popped by the Radiant team. They should be able to bring down this tower this time round. Kuriki though has got a mech finished. Do we have a... Pipe Bounty Hunter though working on the drums for his team as well. Now 2.1k in the bank there for Void. So Virtus.Pro going to back off except for Santa. Santa decides he can go and scout at the enemy jungle. I think he's saying he's going to go sweep around there, have a look for them. But he has picked up a full Vanguard there as Triple X is going to annoy Void with a Flame Break and some sticky napalm there. Void also going to head back in the jungle, but if they can keep control of this jungle from Zero, make sure Zero can't use their jungle effectively to farm, it is going to be quite frustrating to get cash for that Void. Batrider though finding himself an Illusion Rune. Santa now about to possibly get ganked. I think they may know he's there. So it looks like they possibly, yeah, okay, they know Santa is there as he pops up the Iron Shell there. Santa though actually seeing Alex decides he wants to have a run at him. They're actually going to walk in on top of the Iron Shell there. I think that was probably a bit of a mistake. They didn't need to do that. Vacuum in there, almost cleans up Pass. Pass though getting healed up by both the Magic Wand and the mech there. And he has picked his bracer as well as the robes. Bit of stacking going from Alex. I hear Void leaping about though. Void, okay, just leaping God knows where. It looks like he's just waiting though. Might be asking why has he got his Battlefield yet? Because he hasn't really been back to base, and he has 3.1k in the bank. Unfortunately, the courier was sniped, so giving away a lot of cash here. A blink in though from Bat. They're going to try and clean up Kuriki here. Going to drag him to the high ground. Just wears off in time though. Tries to turn around though. May end up regret doing this. As he pops a magic wand as we get the wards thrown down there, although Batrunner though just going to fly his way free, not really care a whole lot. Void now jumping forwards, Enigma's here. Void may regret this, gets stunned with the Maleficent there. Going to try and throw his ult, catches two in it. They're going to go up to Santa Flame Break, they're going to knock him back, and I think they're just going to try and duck back there. Although Void now being vacuumed back in once again, pops a magic wand. Nightstalker trying to run for his life. It's Nighttime once again, he's popped his ultimate. They're going to back up there. There we go, Janata just to slow him down, and it fades into Invis with the Windwalk. Dust getting popped, finds nothing though. And a good retreat there from Zero. Not the best. Well, it looked like they had a shot there for a moment, but a good counterattack. Didn't pay off. They counterattacked nicely, but in the end it went pear-shaped once again. They managed to back off fairly safely.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See a vitality boost picked up a Keeper of the Light as well, just trying to tank up a bit. 1k in the bank there for Shadow Shaman.
My gratitude.
And there we go, Void has now finished up his Battle Fury, so he's got a fair amount of damage. We'll see what he goes for next after this. See if he goes for that Mask of Management, but he does not bother with it. Batrider has been discovered there by Bounty Hunter. So Void going to jump over there to track bonus as well. He's going to try and charge in here. Flamewreck going to knock him back. Not going to be enough though. Shuriken and then the Nightstalker to finish things with a double damage rune. See Void 3, 1 and 2 at the moment, doing quite nicely for himself. A leak to the ports and on mid-fatter now diving into it. See Sven vacuums it back. Stormbolt's coming in though in a second. No, he's out of mana at the moment. Iron Shell might do the trick though. Armlet up, and they will bring down the Raster as well as the Keeper of the Light. Nightstalker manages to get out, however they take a lot of damage in the meantime.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It looks like the KSI is going to press forward with his team. Looks like they're going to go for the Tier 2 mid tower, though they do lose their first tier bottom tower. Void, of course, free farming quite happily there. Now Kuriki, though, getting lassoed up there. We've got a Maleficent going to chain start this. Stormbolt as well, flame breaks backwards, and now the counterattack is coming forward. He's going to jump in, throws down his ultimate, catches two heroes. Black has been placing some excellent ults there. Vacuum back, though. Can he get NS? NS, though, he's brought down, jumps back out there, getting healed up. The Batrider comes in, flame breaks him backwards, so in the end, and now Void's still backing up there. He should be okay in the end. The Venomous Scale won't do enough damage to finish him off there. Meanwhile, they keep pushing forwards. We have to keep the light spamming out Illuminates now. Void jumping back in. Can he get this kill here? He will bring him down. Mech gets popped out by the Dire team. And now they're going to give chase. Batrider getting picked off by Manalik. The stun there. Although he pops up his magic wand, getting chased once again. Can they get the gank there? Yes, they do. They get the kill with a Void. And a 4 for 2 trade there. They did get Keeper of the Light in the middle of that, I do believe. As well as the Bounty Hunter. But good result there for Zero. Managed to countergate quite well.
My gratitude.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This mid tower though definitely under threat though. At the moment though, Sandra's still pressing on the top lane here. Has picked up his own plate mail. Tier 2 towers down. Black sitting on 4,000 gold. This is definitely going to be the big issue. The question is whether or not Sven can go toe to toe with the Faceless Void. Now he does have 3.1k in the bank. Maybe with some big crits, we'll see.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looks like a fairly easy Roshan attempt here for the Radiant, for the Dire side. The Radiant might actually be clued up here. Enigma doesn't have a blink, has picked up parts of a BKB. Once he gets that BKB, the only thing he has to really worry about is Void jumping him and trying to shut him down quickly. See Alex actually taking a fair bit of damage there. So Silence goes down there on Ammon. Ammon now in trouble. Great ward trap there from Alex. Gets his shackles on top of Black Hole though. Gets thrown in. Kanan, NS managed to land a very nice Black Hole indeed, picking off the Shadow Shaman. The ult gets thrown down by Void just in time, as it looks like they will actually pick off Sandra. Sandy now surging out of trouble. Can he get away? Void's doing a lot of damage. Blinks forwards there once again. Void now maybe overextended. Getting hit there by the Flame Break. Knocked back up into the trees. They can still see him though because of that Firefly. No, actually no they can't, but they knock it down there. Drag him backwards with a vacuum and using that Midnight Pulse for revealing there behind those trees. So not a good result there at all. NS though getting a double kill. Nicely done by him. Sven though still getting brought down. The buying parts for his assault right now has also got enough there if he wants to pick up. Hyperstone blink forwards there by Batrider. Going to go after Kuriki. Suspected was there. Was correct. And there we go. Kuriki though going to die here most likely. No, pops the mech. Makes you get away there. It's been slowed down once again. Going to try and teleport out. Do we have a shuriken to cancel? Yes we do.
Couldn't care less. We were different as they.
Let's have a look at the gold chart right now. Very even. I know people... Actually, I'm looking at people in the chat giving me zero flack, but zero... They've caught out quite nicely. I mean, they've gone from a 5,000 deficit to pretty much even Stevens. Experience-wise as well, similar story. Bring up the item tab on top of this. I see Night Stalker is busy building himself a BKB, getting more parts for it. See two sets of plate mail on the Radiant side as both Darkseid looks like he's building a Shivers and then Sven is probably building an Assault. Now the charge forwards here, Wall of Replica is still up if Darkseid wants to gun for it. They are of course missing Black Hole, but all their other ults are up. That said though, Serpent Wards is a big opposing one and they do have that up as well as the Darkseid, the Void, Faceless Void ult. They can get that on top. If they can get the Faceless Void on top of Sven as well as Darkseid, maybe they can make something happen here. Though. I think he has his BKB being brought out now. Yes, there it is. BKB being brought out for Fat. It's going to make him a lot less vulnerable. Venomancer just spamming these wards. Just trying to keep line of sight to the pit. Make sure nobody's up to any funny business inside. That looks like Void. Nope, not going to go back inside there. Illuminate being used. Looks like Zero are going to give up on that Roshan attempt. And this is a smart move here from Zero. Looks like they're going to try and sweep in behind the Radiant. Radiant though, I think they've realised it's coming. In fact, no, it looks like they might actually just be trying to press mid instead. Although that said, they do have Hulk mode there from Sven. Sven gets tracked up. Bit of a waste there as he goes after the... No. He chased after the illusions there and probably feels a little bit silly as we're going to see Zero actually try and cut them back. Although Black decides actually to go in a little bit deeper instead. Zero are going to wait for that ult to go down, then they might try and move in to see is that a gem. Yeah, gem has been picked up by Darkseid, so Bounty Hunter is going to have to be careful about where he roams now. See Fatter now giving chase. They're going to try and pick off Fatter. Do we have a Black Hole? Black Hole's up once again. BKB gets popped by Fatter. He's a Blinding Light toss down as well. Fatter still giving chase. And now the last two there on Void. Void is gone in too deep. Getting caught out in the Black Hole as well. Brought down by a Stormbolt. Although it looks like they'll also pick off poor old Alex, this Shadow Shaman on top of that. And now Firefly Batrider going to try and run him down there. Can he get Kuriki there? Spamming out those sticky napalms. The third one they're getting stacked on. Looks like he's in some serious trouble. Flameback also going to knock him to the other side there. 4 sticky napalm and a blink forwards there. And I don't think there's much hope there for Kuriki at all. He's going to keep spamming those sticky napalms. And there we go. Stuns get stacked and down he goes.
Hey, ask permission the next time you want to feed my back.
Nice still goes BKB, 500 gold. Sven still working towards his assault. In fact, he's got almost enough for it. And now Virtus.Pro actually going to try and steal Roshan. And with 30 seconds down, keep it alive. 20 seconds of Void, they should be able to manage this. Fortunately, Void went in a little bit too deep without any support and probably ended up regretting that quite a lot. getting focused down and picked off very quickly. Virtus.Pro making the right decision, saying, you know what, there's Void, let's disable him and get rid of him quickly at the start of the fight.
Under attack. Dire tower. Roshan has fallen. The Radiant.
Aegis there for Sven. So the dice are mustering up by the tier 2 Radiant Tower in mid. It's a blink forward there from Batrider. The boy jump forward, gets 3 in his ult. Can he pick one off here? He's going to go for the cleave here on Airman as well as Santa. Throws down the silence there on Santa. As the BKB still active, they throw out a Shuriken, change their targets, go after Triple X. Should be able to pick him off. There's a bash done. And now Void leaping forwards once again, doesn't quite hit him. And he should be able to walk away there with a surge. Zero, they're looking for an opening here. I'm not sure if they can find it. Kuruki, of course, chakering everybody up. Sitting on 1800 gold himself. Looks like Vladimir's been built there by the bounty hunter. Surge up from Santa. He's going to go and look for a vacuum. Finds one. Can they get a stun in and leap out there from Void? They only find Alex. Alex gets picked off. Everybody else disengages ASAP. And now they're going to give chase once again. Teleport out there from Paz. Should be able to get away safely. As it looks like though, everybody will manage to back off. Fatter also managing to jump out there, although having to burn a BKB charge in the process. The push up mid again. Virtus.Pro going to gun for this mid tower a second time. Can they get this one this time round? Illuminate's being used once again to try and hold this creep wave back, although it looks like we're going to have to sack this tower one way or another. There we go, tower getting dropped there. Enigma going to take the last hit. Venomous Scar being used on Fatter. Fatter now backing up, trying to get away from the spin. Malphus being used on Fatter, trying to shut him down there. Blinding Light also being tossed in for good measure. Now Sato getting hit by the Hex. Also War's not landing correctly, although his Sven getting vacuumed back and forth there as well. It looks like no, he was actually 4-star. Never mind, Dark's here trying to vacuum his opponents there. Now we've got Void getting a crest forward there. They take out the Sven. And Void doesn't have an ult up though. Apparently Sven is lagging. Seeing him pushed around there left, right and center. In fact, who's got these 4-stars? So Batrider pushed him once. So Batrider and possibly Shadow Shaman were 4-staffing him during that fight. The moment though Sven is down, does he have his ult up? No, it's been put on cooldown though. At the same time, Void, his ult is not up for a good 90 seconds. And a lot of the Dire team are going to need to go back to the well and heal. So we can see both Night Stalker as well as Shadow Shaman. Oh, quite low health there. As they're going to hit his invis, not going to do a whole lot. The pressure is on the mid tower now. Can they hold there? As now Batrider jumps forward. He's going to jump on top of Kuruki now. Sven coming forward, going to pick off Kuruki now. As the Alex fires back. There we go. Black Hole getting sent in. The Flame Breaker as well. Going to knock him around there. And now Void moving in as well. Going to try and stack on this damage here. Firefly doing quite a bit though. The Malphus as well. Void jumps in, going to pick off this Sven. That's 2 times for Sven there. Going to get taken out twice in a row. As it looks like going to give chase on the Batrider, but they should get the Night Stalker. Night Stalker gets cleaned up. Batrider now trying to get away, gets bashed there. As now they're going to teleport straight back in. They leap over the trees, so once again, there we go. Void gets another kill. Void now going to give chase to Santa. Santa though has got plenty of mana. I don't know if Void can run him down there. Surge is going to be a little bit too much for him. So in the end, a good hold there from the Dire team, just barely keeping themselves in this match. But there we go. Baseless Void now going to stack that evasion. Technically, backtrack is an evasion, it's a heal, so he can actually stack that with the Butterfly. It's going to make life really annoying for Sven. Sven actually might be possibly saving up for a Monkey King bar. We'll see in a moment. $2.5k gold advantage there for the Radiant side, as well as a 5k, roughly a 5k experience lead on top of that. Definitely not insurmountable odds though for Zero to try and deal with. Bring up the item tab as well here. Alright, so we've got Blink Dagger. Okay, this is definitely going to be pretty mean. The Blink Dagger now on Enigma, if you can land a nice black hole with this, it's pretty much going to be lights out for Zero. There's not going to be a whole lot they can do about it, especially with this BKB. If he only catches 2 or 3 heroes, and as long as his BK being up, it's going to be very difficult for them to stop it, unless Void is, of course, outside with his ultimate. Let's bring up the net worth as well. See, Void 15,000 net worth. This is definitely what's going to be tricky. Can bet spend only 10,000. Void definitely going to become fairly difficult to send attack, just because the armor levels that he's starting to mount. You see, Sven is up to 26 armor, but he's had to do it through buying armor items as opposed to Void. Void naturally fairly tanky in terms of armor, just because he's an agility hero. Void though finding himself a haste room, see if he guns for a kill. No, it looks like he's going to duck off and farm the jungle. Batrunner possibly working on a BKB for himself now as well. Sven though has 900 in the bank. Does he have any items on the way? Doesn't look like it. Now they're pushing into the jungle here. Possibly the Radiant could mount some kind of counter gank. They get a little worried though. They can't see Enigma at the moment. Of course, they're wary of him jumping out at the right moment and black holing them. Now we'll see what he buys next. You kind of wonder if it's going to be a Mask of Madness or if he'll just go for something like a BKB here, just try and defend himself. Of course, getting hit by the silencer during the night time, of course, really annoying for him, as well as the mischance causing all sorts of hell for him. Keeper Light has actually picked up a stand. Now this is likely to get turned into a Heaven's Halberd, and this is mostly just to try and shut down the BKB-less Sven. Every time Sven makes a run at them, he's just going to throw that disable on him. Oh, here we go, Radiant side making a push on the Dire top tower. Can they manage to cinch this one here? Or will the Dire manage to hold on once again? They've got 2.5k in the bank for Night Stalker. Should have buybacks there. Got buybacks for a couple of heroes here. Of course, Void's the important one. Do they have a buyback for him? Yes, they do. They have a buyback for Void, and of course, they can get back out a lot faster. Looks like they're just going to sacrifice this tower. They decide not to hold on and say, let them come closer. And if they do, then we're going to see that counter attack come out. Definitely, Zero are going to have to prioritise picking off NS. They really need to get rid of him early in the fight. He's definitely quite a threat. He's also picked up his own set of armor there. Has picked up the plate mail. Combine that with the mech, and he's got quite a fair amount of armor there. Fana though, it's now night time there. Alright, Fana now ready to get aggressive. Maybe he can help pick off Fana. We'll see in a moment.
Illusion!
Unfortunately, they spot Fatter out. There's a Radiant, very smart Radiant ward here. Keep an eye on things. Not only is this keep an eye on anybody trying to sweep around here, but most importantly, keeps an eye on the Ancient, see if anybody's trying to farm it. But they smoke up, and they've seen it. And unfortunately, they have spotted it up there. Must realise that that's illusion there, because they're not being revealed from the smoke. You see here, these guys hanging way back because they saw that smoke. Definitely that ward just saved them a really potentially crippling fight. Zero deciding that was a waste of time, duck back to look after their mid lane. See though, Virtus.Pro pushing up here at the moment as it looks like they're going to try and press in. I don't know if they can get this so far though, sweeping off to the left, they should be able to get this one in. So here Void leaps somewhere. Where is Void gone? Oh, you know, he'd leapt backwards. Never mind, no fight there. I thought he leapt in and gone for the gone for the Chronosphere there. As it looks like passing down, no, jumping forward, can't decide where they wants to go. KSI, they're sitting over the trees here, just hurling wards over the top. Eventually they're going to figure out he's there and possibly kick his head in, but we'll see in a moment. As now Fado moving over to the side. Again, this ward causing so many problems here for the Dire side. Every time they try and move, they're getting spot up by this. Now they're swinging around here, looking to see if they can get in behind the enemy team, but they immediately respond, throw more Plague Wards over the top as well. And they're just waiting for an opening for Batrider to jump in, set up the fight, get everybody cluster up, let the vacuum go in, and then let Enigma do the rest. Void has decided it's a waste of time, has gone to farm the mid lane, or possibly jungle. It looks like he's actually going for the jungle instead. Both teams really scared about this fight. Sven, 2.9k in the bank. Void sitting on, well, he's just finished off a butterfly, hasn't saved for buybacks here, he's gone for the big buy up, and the question is, will they manage to make something work with this? Of course, Void going to be really hard for Sven to do much damage to him, but if he gets caught out, the damage there from Black Hole, the Firefly, as well as the Iron Shells might be enough to bring him down. He doesn't have that much resilience there, as nobody has bought him a pipe just yet. And the jump in, they might be able to pick off KSI here if he's unlucky. Void looking for an opening, can't quite find it though. Well, KSI getting Joe. No, he finds it. KSI gets body blocked by the creep a little bit. They've got to watch out. Here comes Enigma. He's a little bit too low though. Black Hole gets cancelled there by a heck. That is unfortunate. NS is going down. That was definitely a big blow. He has money for a buyback, but the main issue is the Black Hole is gone, and now Zero, they are not scared at all. They're going to charge forwards here. And unfortunately, that pick off. Oh, KSI just got stuck on his creep for just a split second, and it brought him the opening they needed for Void to jump in on top of him. And here we go, one tower down, two towers coming straight up, and I just don't think Sven can take on Faceless Void. He's got that butterfly now. It's going to be so hard to deal that damage out to him this time. See the buyback there from Nigga. Stormbolt in the back, giving him backwards there. It looks like a bit of miscommunication. Flamebreak coming through as well. As we see the ult go down from Void. Void now working on Sven. Sven is down. That is not good news at all. Sven though buying back immediately. Going after Sound of Stun there on Void. Tower is still getting melted though by the wards. Void jumping back out though, trying to get away, and it looks like Zero are actually going to disengage here, trying to get back to the wall of replica. Causes visions. Kuriki now in some trouble. Blinding Light gets tossed down as well. Sven giving chase, been tracked up though. Void now trying to sweep it on Sven. Sven getting baited out here. Lasso on Void though. This might be what they need to keep him down. Can they keep him down? No, they're all ducking back here. The ult gets popped down by the Venomance, and Void leaping out once again. And some buybacks used, but the tower barely salvaged, just barely. So close. They will probably end up denying that in a short moment. Definitely very close call there for Virtus.Pro, but they did have to burn some buybacks, and unfortunately, that was where Sven's BKB money went. I mean, he got his Mithril Hammer, but he spent the rest of it there on that buyback, so it's going to put him behind once again, and of course, it's not going to do that much, even if he gets the BKB. Actually, no. Oh, Daedalus being built there on the Faceless Void. Even if he gets the money for BKB, the issue is, it's not going to help him that much. Void is the big lockdown is coming out of Void's ult. Once Void gets him in his ult, it's pretty much lights out unless somebody can get a disable in on Void, and they really don't have that. Lasso has to get in close. It comes down to somebody managing to vacuum him out of his own Chronosphere. But once Void goes to town, there's very little he can do about it. Well, now he's got the attack speed, although it looks like Kuriki about to get picked off here. Black Hole still down for 45 seconds. Stormbolt being used. Kuriki now about to get picked off very easily there. Doesn't have money for a buyback either. Heaven's Halberd was finished by him though. And here comes the counterattack from Virtus.Pro. Can they make something happen? We'll see in a moment. Although, that said, Black has got his ult back up. This could be trouble for them. Black Hole, if they don't get the Black Hole and the BKB up in time, then basically Void's ult is just going to shut him down entirely. Excuse me. And Sven, actually no, he's just going to go for the Aegis here. They decide not to gun for that Roshan. They decide not to gun for that Rash. They go for the Roshan instead here. Going to pick this off. Sven going to have to ditch his magic wand. I think he'll probably want to keep his scroll just because they can't afford someone trying to backdoor them this match. Sven now, there we go. He ditches that scroll. Oh no, he ditches the scroll, keeps the magic wand. Thought he was going to have to keep that, and there's a double damage rune as well for Sven. Uh-oh.
Damage.
A double damage on Sven as well as, well, God Strength actually on cooldown at the moment. They probably won't have that in time at all, no. By the time God Strength is up, the DD rune will have worn off. Looks like they're going to make a run on this mid lane here. They do have Black Hole up now. Fatter needs to... Uh-oh, Fatter is about to possibly get picked off here. They don't have any high ground vision. See Heaven's Halberd there, the blink in though, Batrider going to try and pin down Void here, as Enigma now moving in with that Black Hole, vacuums in Batter as well, they're going to pick up Alex in time, but here comes the Chronosphere, catching all of them except Batrider, Cleave going to town there, a Flame Break trying to knock them back, Sven is still up though, it looks like he's going to try and pick Enigma, Malphus there, going to drive off the Void, as they do pick off the Aegis there on Sven, Venomancer gets taken out, Sven is back up, but they've lost 1 for 1 here. As I'm trying to keep chasers, where have they gone? They are chasing after Pass. Pass, so Stormbot going to collect him. Their Iron Shield should finish with a vacuum back as well. It's a 2 for 2 trade. I'm going to say, had they not had that Aegis, that would have been a terrible result there for Virtus.Pro. They are quite lucky indeed. Or actually, wow, okay, Fatter still giving chase. Fatter kind of ballsy here. I don't think he wants to do this. Sven is now hulking up. They need to back off, although Void actually, no, Void is here actually, they could take this, as we see Mana Leak there, that's going to cancel there with the Void. Now we've got the Stormbot going to come in as well, Fatter likely to get dropped here as well in a second, as Sven though, being ignored for the moment, 4-staff out for Santa, Santa is still being pursued, but Sven has been baited out, Sven has no way to disengage here, Blinding Light as well, he's got a miss on top of him, and they bring down the Sven, does he have a buyback? No, yes he does. Yes he does, in 50 seconds. Oh, actually that might be too late.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That is actually going to be too late. In fact, he knows it's too late. He buys up parts for his BKB instead, although actually, okay, Black not actually pushing in. I mean, he could just walk up here and one-hit this tower,
Is under attack.
but decides not to. But definitely, unfortunately, I think Sven is getting caught out of position here a couple of times, getting baited out of position. And a great counterattack in that mid lane by Faceless Void. His ult was perfectly timed, caught 4 of them. Definitely crippling stuff there. And this is just it. Void is getting fatter and fatter. And Sven is starting to sort of... Well, he's going to get the BKB. It's going to be nice, but it's not going to stop Void absolutely pounding him is the main issue, I feel. And this is what it comes down to. He doesn't have the damage. If he'd gone for the Daedalus, maybe he'd have the damage. But Void has the resilience between the backtrack and the evasion there from Butterfly, and there we go, Daedalus is done. I just don't feel that Sven can outcarry him at this stage of the game. You see that, just money-wise, Void has a 10k lead over Sven. That is just the most damning point there at the moment. Just the amount of cash that Black has. In fact, might even see him sell the magic wand a bit and pick up something else, possibly a heart or the like. Sven now, going to just try and hold this off there. Mana Leak on Sven just to annoy him somewhat. See the Blinding Light get tossed out once again there on Sven. Sven getting hexed there as well, also getting shut down, getting tracked up as well. 4-star away, it's not going to be enough though, or will it? Void now jumping, it throws down his ult, catching 3 Radiant Heroes again. These Chronospheres are absolutely monstrous. They bring down the tower, and now they're pushing in on the top racks, and they should be able to get this and sweep to the mid very quickly indeed. Now we see, and we go, no buybacks there for Sven either. Buyback for Bat though, but there we go. Black Hole being used, going to drag in 3 of them there. Fatter is out, he's going to try and take down Darkseer. Darkseer is dead again. Batrider buying back. Batrider back in the mix there. Blinking, going to Firefly his way through it, but it's not going to be enough there, as the gem has been dropped as well. Void now has got a full charge on his magic wand, pops it out, decides to back off though. A flame break though. Void is now giving chase there to Triple X. Actually, Void could even use some lifesteal maybe. And no, she time leaps that way again just in time. Batrider though picks up a triple kill. I'm surprised Bat is pushing in this hard, doing this much damage. I could have sworn they're about to lose a Rax there, but somehow they hold tight. I'm going to say that they did burn a lot of buybacks. Darkseer though, oh wow, okay, wall there. Darkseer has picked up an Argonium Scepter. Of course, they don't get rid of the Void illusion quickly. It's going to cause all sorts of havoc there in the middle of that fight. That's a lot of damage for Void's illusion to be dishing out. 140% now. That is nuts. Absolutely nuts. I'm honestly surprised this tower is still standing, has not been denied or even just gone in there and sniped off by somebody. Uh-oh, Void gonna pick off the Baron, a big crit there. Lasso gonna try and save his life. He should be able to just double tap that blink and escape in a second. Bat actually standing firm. I thought he was just gonna hammer on that blink dagger and just get the hell out. Decides not to though. See Enigma though has picked his own Shivas there. Mech. Pass. Also, Heaven's Halberd everywhere. This is just to drive Sven nuts. Sven, though, getting close to his BKB. This is definitely going to make him much more effective once he gets his BKB. At the very least, he can avoid all these multiple Heaven's Halberds, plus as well the Blinding Light. But between these Blinding Lights and disarms, it has definitely probably gotten quite frustrating for him. He's just not able to dish out that damage during the fight. As well as the fact he's just not hitting anywhere close to what Void is doing now. The 1k crits. And there we go, Cells. He's going for the lifesteal instead. There we go. He's decided, you know what? He needs to go for the Satanic instead. And of course, with the crits, I mean, he can heal a lot of health in a short burst of time. Bounty Hunter being spotted up there by the conversions. Looks like they are going to push it on mid at last. They're thinking about it. In fact, they're sending in the illusions just to last hit that tower there. Sniping off that tower. You see the vacuum getting tossed in there along with the Iron Shot, just trying to bring down these illusions there. Actually fairly tanky. Nightstalker having the BKB as well as the Heaven's Halberd, but fair amount of health there. Now, Batrider has picked up a Ghost Scepter, definitely going to help him avoid the Rapid Void. NS also moving up. In fact, he could also do, in fact, a lot of these heroes could do with that Ghost Scepter. It looks like they're going to snipe off Kuriki here, who regrets getting caught out again. Doesn't even have a buyback on. Kuriki has a buyback in cash. Yes, it's also up as well. He can jump back in. But I think they might just wait for him to pop back up. Void's probably still farming the rest of his... In fact, no, he's just free farming over here. He has money for a buyback as well. The push is happening. The Virtus.Pro decide they want to push in, but it looks like Void is quite happy to try and counter push him here. I mean, Void is going to tear down these towers. In fact, he could just go for mid. Just try and take that Rax once he gets a creep up against this. The forts are coming back to try and stop him there. And it's going to be Batrider there jumping back in. Void going to leap backwards though. In fact, a lot of people trying to pick him off here. Flame Break actually going nowhere near him. Not sure where he was sending that Flame Break there. Void is going to back off successfully. And it looks like the Radiant have called off their mid push. As Nightstalker gets himself a bash. Oh, double bashes here. Nightstalker trying to keep himself relevant in this late game here. Is going to pop his nighttime as well. Now Kuriki going to be up in 10 seconds. They can make a push there. 1k crits being popped out by Void now. See Enigma. Wait, what? Okay, so NS has built a Demon Edge. I'm not dead sure where he's going with that, but he's decided he wants one, so there you go. Yeah, I'm not dead sure where they're going with the Demon. I mean, I'd say misclick, but you can sell your items and stuff, so really not sure what's up with that. Now, Sven has finished his BKB at the very least. This is going to help him out a little bit, but obviously Void, if he gets him inside that ult, is going to lock him down pretty quickly. And it looks like they're waiting, possibly waiting for Roshan number 3 to make this really, really stick. Although Void has enough for the Reaver now if he wants to, but I think he'll save for the recipe at the same time. We'll obviously want to keep cash on. It's at this point in time, if he gets killed and Void can't buy back, there is a good chance that they will have their throne pushed down. Although Nightstalker has got a few items to his name there. Void though still farming away there as it looks like push is coming up mid once again. Virtus.Pro thinking about this, and there we are. I think the next major clash, it looks like they're making motions there. That's either going to happen on Rosh or up that mid lane. Now the Dire don't have any vision up there on that Roshan pit, which is probably something they want to rectify fairly soon. Keep the lights still tanking up. 4k on Void, 1600 there on him. Bounty on Vlad's 3.5k in the bank as well, has enough for buybacks. I think most heroes here are just saving for buybacks. Even Shadow Shaman here saving for buybacks as well. Not dead sure what Shadow Shaman's up to. I think he's just getting ready to counter push here. And a smoke up here from the from the Radiant team. Going to try and sweep around in the Dire. So I think they're hoping that the Dire are camping here and they can sweep up around and catch him out from behind. And there we go. They check it out. Find nothing. They're going to go head to mid now. And the Dire team being fairly defensive, although they could get caught out here if they're not careful, as well as the fact that Void is there. They're fairly well split up though. They get tracked down. Now KSI's been spotted, but they're going to try and pick up Bounty Hunter. It's okay though. Bounty Hunter does have a buyback available for Starpy Way. The ult there from KSI is going to get absolutely ignored, as now Alex now going to get picked up there. Hulk mode there for Sven. Hulk mode for Sven being tracked up though. They're going to be able to escape from him. And now Enigma looking for an angle there to black hole. Do we have a Chrono? Here he needs a black hole. Catches out the Bounty. No, he gets cancelled there by Bounty Hunter. The Shuriken counters there with the Chronosphere there, as they're going to pick him off. Nicely done there. Down goes Enigma, working on Sven. Sven now trying to back off, gets hexed up. Sven gets bashed. Sven is down. A Time Walker again gets hit by the stun though. And there's an Illuminate coming through, and they've locked down Santa. And there we go. There's the kill. They pick off all 4 of them there. Only missing the Batrider, who I think might have... did he buy back or did he TP back? We're going to have a look in a second. Batrider. Shadow Shaman brought back. I think Batrider managed to teleport back successfully. But that cancelled there. They might have had a chance, but Enigma, his BKB, it was on cooldown unfortunately. He popped it earlier, then just couldn't find the angle for it, and the buyback there from Bounty Hunter, getting the Shuriken down in time to cancel that early on, and just gave Faceless Void the perfect ultimate spot there. Just gave him a huge sweet spot there, and obviously he just tore them a new one. But here comes the Rax. They'll sweep to top in a second most likely, or even bottom. They can sweep whatever the hell they feel like, or they might even just charge down the middle there, as we see Alex ducking back there. He will counter push the top lane there. And there we go, here we go. They're going to go for the top tower, sweep that, sweep the top racks, and this is looking to be pretty much game, set, match. Sven still 10 seconds out, 20 seconds for Enigma, although he's got no black hole, so he's not particularly relevant anymore, despite having a Demon's Edge, because I don't know why. Why? I'm not dead sure where he's going with that one.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And they get 2 Raxes and then pull out here. And now Virtus.Pro definitely really on the back foot here. Is going to check the gold chart. And they do have, well, before this last fight there, they're looking at around about a 6,500 gold deficit there. As well as around about even Stevens there on experience. But that last fight definitely, I feel, has probably sealed their doom.
Invisibility.
So we have Enigma pushing back up here. It looks like they know it. This is their last ditch attempt. They said, okay, we've got to throne this one now. They realise they've got to run for the throne. But the issue is Void. He's still got a buyback left. And his Satanic is now finished as well. Do they have a gem on them? Maybe they can pick off Void and force out the early buyback. The old Void actually does get spotted up there, but he's got a gun for them here. Lasso as well. There's the Void. He's into Wall of Replicas, well spotted the Void. Void getting it cleaned up. We'll need to buy back in here. Nice pick off from them there. And there we go. There's that instantaneous buyback now. But Zero, they have to be careful. They don't overextend here. But it looks like the push is going to be sent backwards anyway. Void, careful not to spawn another illusion there. See, Void illusions really, really sting. But Void getting locked down and picked off before he could even move there. Looks like Zero are just going to try and pick off Roshan. There we go. That's going to pick off Roshan nice and easy there. They do have some backup there. Black Hole, back off cooldown in 3 seconds. So maybe Virtus.Pro can make something happen with that. There we go. Cheese being left there. They're going to give that one Night Stalker. Night Stalker's finished an Abyssal Blade. Been a while since I've seen one of those in action. But the last time I saw it was on an Anti-Mage. That was a very long time ago. Here we go. Faceless Void is pretty much maxed out now. I mean, all he could really do is, if he really wanted to, he could buy travels. Obviously, mobility is useful in the late game. Although that said, I don't think he needs it that badly. Especially when they have a Keeper Light. I don't think he needs to. He can just save for buybacks, basically. And buy wards. I guess buy wards for Rasta and stuff. That's about it. Now the smoke gank from behind. Can Virtus.Pro make something happen with it? I get the feeling it's probably not going to happen, because you see Keeper Light has picked up a heart as well. I mean, this is the point. Zero now. They're just getting to the point where they're so resilient. It's just that late game tipping point. Unless maybe if they had something like a refresher on Enigma, maybe they can make something happen instead of this, I don't know, Demon Edge. They see Batrider blinks in, immediately gets shredded. Now Enigma blinks in, throws down the black hole, doesn't do a hole, vacuums him in though. Nicely done there from Darkseal, though it's not going to do enough counters with the Chronosphere there, and they're going to go to town on them. Although they do pick off Night Stalker, as the Void also going to get his own illusion hammering on his team. Needs to be really careful about that. KSI now going to get picked off there. KSI gets picked off, and now it's only Darkseal left standing. But definitely, that illusion from Void, that really, really stings. I've got to watch out for that one. But GG will play is called. And I've got to say, Zero have performed extremely well this match. It looked like they were a little bit shaky at the start, but they got Void Farm was the main thing. And when we let Black Farm, things go badly quickly. Unfortunately, Virtus.Pro really looked like they had a shot at this game. Unfortunately, as we can see, things gradually slipped out of their grasp as we see Void. It's just about the 40-minute mark. You see Void was just hitting critical mass, and they just couldn't deal with him any longer. I'm also not dead sure on the Sven and the Enigma builds either. But, you know, that's the story for another day. Now, I'm going to see if I can get an interview here from Zero shortly, so stay tuned for that. We'll see if I can get an interview with them in about 5 minutes. I'll talk to them. But otherwise, guys, thanks for tuning in. Also, stick around. We will have a game on the 16th of November. The 15th, there's no game on the evening of the 15th, but the 16th, we're back with some more Premier League. So stay tuned for that.